smack him on the head.
And here's Rico Slide.
Eric, for God's sake, knock it off! Like my daughter! Carmen! No, Kitty, this is not good. Now, Kitty, you bad kid, now!
The souls of those aliens, however, lived on and all floated up towards the sky.
Hey! Dad! Tom Cruise won't come out of the closet!
The Church of Scientology was investigating the creators of South Park.
In a sudden schedule change, Comedy Central decided not to repeat an episode ridiculing Scientology and Cruise's sexuality.
Yeah, but you can't say he's gay. And it's like, okay, but we can say he's like closeted gay. Like,
because damn it, there's nothing better than going out there and fighting a fight and suddenly you see things are better.
How to communicate better, how to get along with others,
how to handle negative people,
how to raise children.
It's not just a philosophy where you sit and think about it. It's taking the spiritual nature of man and it's combining it with something that's really practical.
It has a way of being very, very simple and easy to come across to the reader and easy to apply, but also extreme.
There's churches in Paris, in London, in New York,
Moscow, Germany,
all over Europe,
in Madrid, in Africa.
Xenu then released the alien souls, which roamed the Earth aimlessly in a fog of confusion.
we have probably more freedom than anyone intelligent, and we have for a long time.
Hold my glory.
Holy it's Jesus!
Subject matter we've tackled. The way we found ourselves there is simply by trying to do something that no one else has touched. And so we're like, well, there's a reason why people haven't touched that. And we're like, oh, really? Because we want to go do jokes that other people haven't done, you know.
We've had no rain in several days. Hasadiga Igowai. And 80% of us have AIDS. Hasadiga Igowai.
But we do still, at the end of the day, we have lawyers, we have legal.
They were making fun of the Church of Scientology, and they were supposedly revealing certain secrets from the Church of Scientology, right? That made the Church of Scientology extremely upset, so what do? They want to launch a smear campaign. So they start investigating Trey Parker and Matt Stone's personal lives to see if they could find any dirty on them.
Private documents now made public show that darling of South Park, the Church of Scientology, tried to dig up dirt on the show's creators. This sleuthing was in retaliation for South Park's all-time classic, Trapped in the Closet. The church was so embarrassed, it hired private detectives to go through public documents of the animators.
They go rummage through your garbage and try to, sometimes follow you even, try to get dirt on you to attack you. This is their campaign of intimidation.
For instance, they found an intern, they had the intern apply for a position there, and then the intern was basically monitoring what was going on in the studio.
This episode of Comedy Central's South Park was set to re-air last week. It makes fun of Tom Cruise and his belief in Scientology. But the repeat was abruptly pulled from the schedule. But South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone issued this unusual statement anyway. So, Scientology, you may have won this battle, but the million-year war for Earth has just begun. You have obstructed us for now, but your feeble bid to save humanity will Isaac fail. Hayes, also a Scientologist, recently quit his job as the voice of the character Chef. Hayes said he left because of, quote, inappropriate ridicule of religious communities. But it's this most recent controversy that's ignited the current questions about the power of Scientology in Hollywood.
Isaac Hayes has quit the show South Park. He was the voice of Chef for years, but he quit after an episode that made fun of Scientology, which is his religion.
Following hard upon the departure from the show of Isaac Hayes, the voice of Chef, who happily participated as South Park lampooned every religion, and then when they got around to Scientology, he quit in protest.
Freedom Medal of Valor to the most dedicated Scientologist I know.
Presenting an award to the church's biggest star and his close friend, Tom Cruise.
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn. And because a Scientologist does mind, we are the authorities on improving conditions. Criminon, we can rehabilitate criminals. Way to happiness, we can bring peace and unite cultures.
Tom, it's John Travolta. Tom, you gotta come out of the closet. Oh my God.
One of the touchiest episodes was about Scientology, a notoriously litigious group. Parker and Stone wanted to include a scene dealing with tabloid rumors that Tom Cruise, its most famous member, was secretly gay.
The joke was just, okay, we're going to have Tom Cruise show up, and he's flamboyantly gay and whatever. Like, yeah, but you can't say he's gay. And it's like, okay, but we can say he's like closeted gay. And like, no, you really can't say that either. And like, and then it just became this thing of like, what if he's literally in a closet? And they're like, yeah, you can do that.
Is this correct? Tom Cruise actually called, and then his sister, who was his publicist, actually visited the offices?
I respect that in others. And, I'm there to help, and we're here to help.
On one call from Isaac Hayes' residence, that call coming from a family member saying that they found him unresponsive.
Isaac Hayes has died. A Tennessee Sheriff Department spokesman says a family member called 911 after Hayes was found unresponsive near a treadmill in his home on Sunday. Hayes was pronounced dead about an hour later at a Memphis hospital. Hayes gained a new generation of fans in the late 1990s when he became the voice of Chef, a cook and ladies' man on the animated TV show South Park.
Very, very deep voice.
Resonating
When he
voice.
sings all the funny songs, and I think South Park is hysterical. I think it's a great show, but yeah, I don't know what they're going to do without him.
Yep.
Isaac Hayes was 65.
Village Voice apparently said that the Church of Scientology is about, quote, ridding the body of space alien parasites. And your reaction then and now is what exactly to that claim?
You know, here's the thing. There are outrageous claims out there on the internet about what Scientologists believe.
The Church of Scientology.
Some call it a manipulative cult. Others say it's a well-established religion that helps people reach their potential. Growth of the church, you've done all of those things. Sure. I am asking you in the context of those questions. In the context of those questions, is it true that L. Ron Hubbard said that understanding the origins of the human race as described through Xenu and the Intergalactic Emperor, is it true? Somebody was dying.
You are quoting the second half of the interview!
And now it's under attack again. Former senior insiders claim the church's current leader, David Miscavige, has created and encouraged a climate of violence within senior staff and was frequently violent himself.
He viciously beat him, knocked him to the ground.
Scientology has been depicted as controlling and manipulative, even enacting policies that split up families and place heavy financial burdens on its followers. Former Clearwater Scientology leader recently settled a lawsuit with the church. Now, during testimony, she described how she and other religious workers were physically and mentally abused at Scientology's desert compound near LA.
His secretary just slapped me, and she slapped me so hard I fell. One time Mr. Miscavige ordered his communicator to break my finger if I didn't answer his question.
Now, Cook also described being imprisoned in something called the Hole for 7 weeks. She and others being held there for underperforming, in David Miscavige's opinion.
Yes.
And I'm glad it didn't work with South Park, of course.
It didn't work at all. Now, they launched this investigation back in 2006. As you guys can imagine, there was no smear campaign because they failed to find anything.